McFarland here with Cross My Heart Ministry. As we approach the end of the month of April and May approaches, our regular subscribers know it's time to release our new Do It list for the new month. Before I get to that, I just want to issue a big vote of thanks, just release my gratitude to all of our subscribers for helping us get to that monumental 500 mark. I'm still just blown away that we have reached 500 subscribers on YouTube. And of course, when we get to 1,000, really special things happen, but I'm just blown away that we're where we are here. And more importantly, that what that means to sort of confirm the ministry across my heart, to encourage women to love God and to love His Word. Today is Monday, and so as our subscribers know, Mondays we bring Martha Monday to you. We get very practical. I'm usually someplace here in my home offering a tip, but on Friday we are teaching some truth from the Word of God. And so I hope that you are blessed by what I bring on Mondays, but I really hope you tune in on Fridays. And another ask for today is if you've been blessed by our ministry, if you haven't subscribed, it's free. Just click the red subscribe button and add your Gmail address. And if you have a friend that you think would be blessed by our ministry, please do us the honor of sharing our channel with her. Well, today it is time to release our May Do It list, and I love the colorful summer theme that our graphic designer Beth has put together. This handy tool, if you're a subscriber, you know, comes in two versions: the completely blank version where you can fill in your own to-dos, or our pre-populated one where I have sort of taken my years of managing home and hearth and pre-filled those for you with daily, weekly, and monthly tasks. And so the idea of this is to take the thinking and the guesswork out of, what should I do first, and allow you to just jump in and do it and check that off. And if you will begin to use this tool and check those things off day by day by day, you'll retrain your brain, you'll retrain your habits, and before you know it, your home will be organized and clean and managed well. I don't necessarily enjoy housework. I'm not sure I know anyone who does. There are a few of you out there, but I like what it does for me. I like the cleanness and the order, the way it allows me to think and to function, to throw open the door, to welcome others without shame or embarrassment. And now that the world is opening back up again and we can begin to walk out our call to biblical hospitality, it'll be a joy to be able to invite in our neighbors and our friends and love on them and do all that with joy and without shame, because home is not perfect, but at least somewhat orderly and managed, and it lets us think and breathe and welcome others with joy and not embarrassment. So I hope this might be a great tool for you. You can follow the link below in the information section and download your own copy, either version that you would like. But as is often the case when we release our Do It list, I also focus on one of the items, whether that's one of the daily, weekly, or monthly tasks, and just unpack that a little bit for us. And so today we're going to talk laundry, and that's why you may have guessed I'm here in my laundry room at my home in Northwest Arkansas. And so whether your laundry is done just in a closet or in a laundry room or in a pass-through room, there's probably a place in your house that you do laundry as well. So today I'm calling this my Super 7 Laundry Tips. And so most of us may or may not have a pretty good handle on laundry and maybe a routine you think for getting it done. I hope today might be a little refresher, and there might be a couple of ideas I share that you haven't thought about as you manage laundry or tackle laundry or whatever the approach is to get it taken care of at your house. Now, my first tip, and like I said, I have 7 of those, is to schedule it. Now, you may just say, oh, I don't need to worry about that because I have one day a week that I do laundry and I just tackle it and get it all done. Well, if that system works for you, then bless you, my friend. But if Tuesday were laundry day at my house, I don't think I would even want to get out of bed on Tuesday. So I'm just going to share my method. I'm not suggesting that that's the only way to do it or the only approach, but the ideas that I shared today are what work for me. And if they work for you, or you can incorporate any of these ideas into your plan, then great. So here's how I approach laundry at my house. I just plan to do a load a day. Now that we're empty nesters, I don't quite have to do a load every day. But when I was raising 4 children and they were all at home, I found that if I just did 1 load a day, it didn't get away from me and I could manage it. And there was never this mountain of laundry. There was never the panic of not enough clothes for the children to wear. But your schedule may change. I don't think I did a load of it a day when I had just 1 little guy at home or just 2 little ones. By the time I got 4, I was probably doing a load a day, but it sometimes depends upon the ages of your children. If you have a 2, a 4, and a 6-year-old, their clothes take up a lot less space in the washing machine than a 14, 16, 17-year-old. So look at your family, look at your life, and just decide what works. But for me, when I was raising my family, I just made it my goal to do 1 load a day. And what I would do is sort that load of laundry out before I went to bed at night. So brush your teeth, wash your face, put on your pajamas, all those things you do at bedtime. And my bedtime routine included sort out a load of laundry. And I may just decide I'm going to do whites, and I would sort out my whites, and then the next morning have all the kids get their whites out of their closet and bring those to me as well. So we did 1 load a day, and I would just sort of analyze, kind of eyeball the laundry. If it looked like there were darks that needed to be done next, whatever. I didn't have a plan that was so sophisticated that it would say whites on Monday and darks on Tuesday, nothing like that. I just did whatever seemed to be in abundance in the laundry pail. So I might just do a load of jeans that day. And so that's my first thing, is to schedule it. Now I will say that I did have 1 day devoted to one specific thing, and that was Saturday. Saturday was always wash the sheets day at the McFarland family house. And I will give kudos to my fabulous hubby, because he sort of took that on. Since he was home on Saturdays, when he would get up and we would both be up, he would strip our sheets, and as the kids rolled out of bed, he would help them strip theirs. And so just cycling through everybody's sheets on Saturday, they would get washed and dried and put back on the bed before it was time to go back to bed. So I'm grateful to him for that. But that's tip number 1 in my Super 7 laundry tips. Go ahead and schedule it. Number 2 is to sort it. Now I've mentioned that a little bit already. Some people I know just throw it all in together and everything gets washed together. And if that works for you, that's fine. But I'm sure you've most likely lost a favorite thing through the years, and maybe you've just decided it's worth it to not have to go to the extra bother of sorting. But I like to sort, and when we think about sorting, often the basic method, or the first basic sorting approach, is whites and lights and darks. But I think it's also helpful to add sort of some subcategories there. So for example, what I mean by that, if you just put all the darks together, well, your delicate navy blue blouse may be dark like your blue jeans, but if you throw that blouse in with your blue jeans, it's probably going to get pummeled by the zipper or the snap. It's just going to get maybe messed up a little by those harsher things that are in there with it. And then when it makes it to the dryer, if you throw everything in the dryer, your blouse is probably going to dry a lot more quickly than the heavy blue jeans. So it's going to also be exposed to heat a little bit longer. So in addition to sorting by color, I think it's also helpful to sort of sort between delicates and heavier items, bulky items, and then the lint creators. So today I've got a load of towels and washcloths and kitchen towels to do. Well, these are lint creators, and they grab that, they put lint all over everything. So I don't want to throw my lint creators in with delicates or things that are going to grab that lint. So that would be another subcategory that you might sort out with. So I find it better to sort those things out. Delicates always do better on a lighter setting, so you can set your not only the settings on your washer, but also on your dryer to accommodate the items that you're putting in there if you wash them between delicates and heavy things and that sort of thing. If I'm doing a load of delicates, I'll often use a little netted zipper bag to put those things in there, the unmentionables, as my mother-in-law used to call them. And when I'm doing delicates, more often than not, those things get hung up to dry. I rarely put my delicates in the dryer, and if I do, I try to do that on a really light sort of setting. So That's number 2, to sort it. Number 3 is to prepare it. Now, this tip may be the most overlooked of all the ideas when it comes to preparing your laundry and doing your laundry. So when I say prepare it, it might not mean what you think it means. I'm not talking about pre-treat. That's number 4. But number 3 is to prepare it. And so often in our quest to get it all done, we just shove it in there and don't even think about preparing that item for the washing machine. So what I mean by that is, first of all, to turn each piece inside out. Now, that takes a lot of time, I know, and sometimes you don't have to do that, you just throw it all in anyway. But the outside of the garment, whatever's on the outside, is what takes the beating of the washing machine while it's in there. And so if you want to protect your garment, if it's something you really like and you want to keep it for a lot of years, if you turn it inside out, it's not going to fade as quickly, it's not going to take all the hits, it's just going to stay looking nice longer if you'll take the time to turn that piece inside out. If it has buttons, I recommend unbuttoning all the buttons, because again, the agitation in the washing machine and the throwing around in the dryer, it's going to the button will kind of pull on that buttonhole, and it may pull off the button over time and may even create a hole there. So if you'll unbutton all the buttons, the process of washing and drying will be kinder to that garment that you love so much. If the item has a zipper, so your blue jeans, for example, your pants, go ahead and zip up that zipper before you throw it in the washer. And the reason is the teeth on those zippers, they don't play well with others. They can attack the other things in your laundry. And so protect the other items from those zippers by zipping up the zipper before you do the wash. And if you turn your blue jeans inside out, those hard, rugged zippers will be more on the inside to protect everything. So close up those zippers before you do it. And then, of course, the one we always think about is emptying the pockets. So kids, especially if you have children at home, they collect all sorts of things, rocks and leaves and who knows what you might find in your pockets. I'm sure there's lots of interesting things if you're a mom that you've found. But the last thing you want to find when you open the laundry is red ink or a melted crayon or a magic marker, something like that that's tainted all of the laundry. So go ahead and take the time to empty the pockets. And like I always like to tell my teenagers, if I find money in there, that's my money, you know? So that's number 3, to prepare your laundry. And then number 4 is to pre-treat it. Now when I say pre-treat, you know what I'm talking about. You have that favorite blouse, you drip something on it at lunch, and if you forget about it and it hits the washer and then it hits the heat of the dryer, it might be too late. So pre-treating it before it goes into the wash can really help. In fact, if you can go ahead and pre-treat it as close to that stain hitting it, you're better off. I keep a little small sort of bucket like this in my laundry room that I can soak things in if I need to pre-treat them. I also, for those tough stains or things that you're not sure how to treat them, I have this checklist. It's called Stain Removal Basics. Now, this is Martha Mundy, but this is from the other Martha Stewart, the queen of everything that has to do with home and hearth, right? And so she has put together on her website a treatment plan for every single stain imaginable. So I have printed this, and I actually have, I don't know if I open the door if you can see, but I have this taped inside the door of my cabinet here in my laundry room. So I have it there and handy and easily accessible. I'm going to put the link to this below as well, to the other Martha's website, if you would like to download your own copy and tape it up or find your own. There's, I'm sure, lots of these out there that are great resources to give you ideas for how to treat grease or grass or chocolate or wax or gum or all sorts of things. And that might be an idea for salvaging just a favorite piece of laundry, a favorite garment that you just absolutely do not want to use. So if we go ahead and pre-treat it, it might protect it and not end up having to just discard as a rag something that's precious. So that's number 4. Number 5 is to keep it moving. And what I mean by that is, once your washing machine says, I'm done, and you hear that ding, don't let your wet wash sit in the washing machine. I know we get distracted. I know, especially if you have children at home, there's just so much to do, but it can almost be a health and safety issue. If you let mold and mildew get into your clothing, nobody wants that. It can smell terrible, and it can even be a little bit dangerous. Now, if you have kids at home, it could be fun to get some of that mold and mildew out and look at it under a microscope. But, you know, we might give our bodies to science when we die, but we don't need to be sacrificing our laundry to science to learn from it. So go ahead and make it your practice to train yourself to hear that, and then to get that laundry out of the wash immediately and move it right over into the dryer. And the same thing holds true for the dryer. When I say keep it moving, I mean move it immediately from the washer to the dryer, but then also keeping it moving means moving it from the dryer into your laundry basket and get it out of there. This girl does not like to iron, and if you let something hang out in your dryer, it's going to get wrinkly, and you don't want to send your family out looking wrinkled. You don't want to go out looking wrinkled. So I have found that the best way to avoid ironing is to take those things out of the dryer immediately. If they need to be hung, hang them. If they're going to be folded, fold them neatly and get them moved on. So as soon as I hear the bell or the little jingle, if your washing machine or dryer sings to you and that's the signal we're dry, run at breakneck speed, get it out of there, keep that laundry moving. So that's number 5, keep it moving. Number 6 is fold it. Now, this next point requires a visual aid, and my laundry basket is full right now, but it's the laundry basket itself, not the laundry, that is my visual aid. So if you have a laundry basket, I want you to picture yourself holding that basket up and looking at it and then saying this. This laundry basket is not a chest of drawers. This laundry basket is simply a transportation device. It is not the end game. This laundry basket is used to transport my laundry from my bedroom or hamper to the laundry room, to the washer, to the dryer. It gets from the dryer back to where it goes. It is not the end home for my laundry. And so there's nothing worse, I think, for wrinkles and not being able to find what you need than to let this be the home for your clean laundry. It doesn't need to live there. It's a transportation of your laundry. So here's what my routine has always been. I transport my laundry to my laundry room. I don't want to see a laundry basket sitting out in the middle of my laundry room, and I don't want to be digging through that to find my laundry. So I dump my clean laundry out on my bed. And of course the bed has to be made, and if you checked that box on your do it list that morning, your bed is made. I dump the laundry out, I quickly sort of spread it out so that wrinkles don't even have time to develop while I'm folding, and then I hang and fold and get the piles made. When I had children at home, I would pull one of them in to help me. We would make piles for whoever's rooms they go to. I'd call the kids to get their laundry, and they would need to get it to their rooms and put it into the drawers or hang it. It doesn't, if it's sitting there on the bed, then it ensures that it has to be put away before I can crawl into the bed at night. If I get pulled away and there's folded laundry on my bed, at least I know that I have to deal with it, and I just don't let myself even put folded laundry back into the laundry basket. I don't want to see that laundry basket. It goes back in the closet, the clothes get hung up, and they get put away. So it's not done until, it's not done when it's sitting in the washer, it's not done when it's sitting in the dryer, and it's not even done when it makes it to the laundry basket. It has to be completely folded and put away for me to count laundry as being done. So number 6 is fold it and deal with it, or hang it up or what have you. Now, my last tip, number 7, is called redeem it. And this may be kind of a new idea for you, but by redeem it, I mean consider elevating laundry time. Consider transforming laundry time from not just getting the laundry done, getting the clothes cleaned, getting the clothes put away, but letting laundry time sort of become prayer time. And let each item that you look at prompt you to pray. So, for example, when you pick up a pair of your husband's socks, for me, I might say, Lord, I just pray that Kevin would always be the man of God that he is today. Let him walk in your ways. And if I would pick up a t-shirt that has a sports team or a rock band or some designer, Calvin Klein or whatever on it, then I might say, Lord, let Kyle or Ginger or Luke or Lydia or whoever's shirt that is, I pray that their identity would never be found in what team they play for or what rock band they're listening to or what designer clothes they love. let each of them know that they are created in your image and their identity is always found in you. Let them always look to you for guidance and for their purpose in life and for defining who they are. If there's a hat that you pull out, a beanie or a toboggan, and maybe that's Luke's toboggan, and I would pray, Lord, as Luke puts this hat on, it covers his ears. Father, I pray that you would let his ears always be listening only to your voice, that your voice would be the voice that they hear above all those others in the world and in the culture that want to steer him in a different direction. So you get the idea that laundry time and even looking at the specific pieces of laundry can prompt you to pray for those that you love. And so that's just a sweet time to sort of build in some short prayers or some arrow prayers, but just to redeem a task that can just feel like drudgery, and it can transform it into delight as you're praying for those that you love. So I hope that some of today's ideas have helped spur you on, maybe given you a new idea, one of my Super 7, to give you something different to think about or to be reminded of with the tip that you need to do your laundry. And if you like one of these, leave me a note in the comments section below and let me know which one of my Super 7 tips has blessed or encouraged you. And if you have one that I haven't mentioned, then please, by all means, let us know that as well. And I'll be sure to check out the links where you can download your copy of the Do It list, your copy of the Martha Stewart stain recommendation removal list, and then I've got one more bonus today. Lots of downloads today. This is sort of a takeoff on the God grant me the serenity prayer that many of you heard and are probably very familiar with. But this made me chuckle. I heard this phrase years ago. I'm not sure where I found it, so I can't give credit for it, but we're going to print it, make it available as a download. Maybe you would want to frame this and put it up in your laundry room. So I've got on my shirt today that says, "Today I choose joy." And so if you need help finding joy when you're doing laundry, maybe this will help you find it. And so it's called my laundry prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the stains that I cannot get out, the courage to bleach the ones I can, and sometimes it does take courage to lose bleach, and the wisdom to pull that one red sock from the load of whites. Isn't that fun? Okay, so if you want to download that and that would bring some joy to your laundry room, then we hope that you will be blessed by that. But from all of us here at Cross My Heart Ministry to all of you, thanks so much for watching today. Happy Laundry Day. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope that you are doing it all for the glory of the Lord Jesus Christ, because I hope you know that that's why you were created, my friend. Have a blessed week.